Now we're ready to play an etude on two different drums. Now let's review what we learned the last time that we played a two-drum etude. I want to make sure that I have my high drum on the right and low-pitched drum on my left. In this case, I have a snare drum on and a snare drum off, or a tenor drum. I want to make sure that my body is directly in the center of both drums. Don't want to be positioned from one side to the other. As I'm moving between the drums, I want to make sure that I move my forearms. Don't move your upper body, and don't turn your hands over as we go from drum to drum. Now this two-drum etude is great because it utilizes the paradiddle. And the paradiddle is a great rudiment for moving between multiple surfaces. And you'll see what I mean in a second. First step is to isolate a paradiddle. Make sure you can play it on one drum first. Now in measure 1 and 2, essentially all I'm doing is taking that upstroke of the paradiddle and moving to the bottom drum. Looks like this. So that upstroke just moves over to this drum. So isolate that and work on just that for a while until you get very smooth, making sure I'm playing in the center of this drum, the center of that drum. Once you can do the right hand paradiddle, do the opposite left hand paradiddle on the bottom drum. The paradiddle is great because it gives me that double stroke to move between the drums. After I've got that on my left hand, then go back and forth between the two drums, just continuing to play paradiddles. Do not go any faster than that you can play perfect sounding paradiddles on each drum. Okay? It's not a matter of how fast I can go between the drums, it's a matter of whether I can keep my sticks focused in one small area. Now, the last kind of trick to this etude is that in the last measure I use a double stop. And a double stop is different than a flam. So when I finish off the last couple of measures, I go paradiddle, paradiddle, double stop. And a double stop doesn't have one hand low, so watch me play that. So I have this paradiddle, and I have to lift up both hands. Some players need to actually slow down a little bit to get that double stop together perfectly. So here is the entire two-drum etude utilizing paradiddles. There's a lot that you can learn from that two-drum etude. Don't take it fast, take it very slow, make sure that your movement is very smooth between the two drums. In our last video lesson, we're going to learn the rudimental etude.